Here we go.
Oh, we're back.
We're not back. We've never been here.
Jay
I was gonna
left.
say the puck is my drug. I wish we had a lot of pucks tonight because we need a lot of drugs after that game. Avs versus the Oilers.
Yeah.
Man, and our Canadian is headless. He's not around right now. He'll be back eventually. Let's take a look at his beautiful Canadian ceiling. Oh, there he goes.
He is. Oh, look at
There
that.
he is. There he is.
Avalanche
Welcome
jersey.
to the first recording. I guess we're live on Avs Fan TV.
We're definitely
Good to
live
have you
now.
here. My name is Jordan. I'm here with Porin, otherwise known as Oren, and
Poor
also
Oren.
beautiful Jay Sway out in Montreal, Quebec,
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah, okay. I got that right. It's called Canada.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Some say
But we're
it's
here to talk
Canada,
about the-
some say
yeah.
it's the shithole of America, but yeah.
Whoa.
I forgot we're live.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll continue.
Making friends as we go. So this is going to be just a quick post game. This is kind of a test show. Might as well. There's a lot of shit to try out.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the game. I mean, Jay, you watched the game. You say you watched the game. Did you actually watch the game?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the second period.
A little bit of the second. So you did not
Only
watch
the
the game at all.
second.
So you did not watch. So I'm carrying this show. Okay.
Oh, I saw 3 goals in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
So you
that
watched-
was like the beginning of the second period.
Jesus, Jay. You told me you watched the game. All right. So Jay's.
Evander
Okay.
Kane scored a wraparound goal, and
Yeah,
then
yes.
scored-
We're gonna get to that. Jay.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Yeah. All
right. So
that
I'm-
happened in that game.
I'm practically running through the first period. Is what we're talking about.
So Jay is inconsequential in this one.
Jay's inconsequential. You can post comments, by the way. Now you can post comments. Now that we're live, we can post
Yeah.
comments. This is a learning.
Tell
situation
Noodle
for
to
all of us.
join, Jay. That's your ultimate job. Oh shit!
Oh,
I say that, and
shit,
that
there
bitch
he
just
goes.
goes
Oh,
straight up.
there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That
Good on
fucking
that.
silent.
Come on, Jay.
Silent stalker, more like not.
Noodle, did you actually watch the game? Did you watch the full game? Is it just me? Am I the only one who actually gave a shit to prepare somewhat for tonight? It's sad.
I'm pretty
But
sure
let's
you
get-
were the only one.
Yeah, it's just me. So let's get to the first. We're gonna blow by this game honestly because
It
we
happened
lost.
pretty
Who
quick.
gives a shit?
It literally
Um,
happened quick. The shit show was over in a matter of
The
seconds.
shit show was over. Yeah, it was over in a matter of seconds.
I'll do
Um,
more of my homeworks next time.
Yeah, you'll do your fucking homework. Canadians, do they even do
No,
homework
Noodle-
in Canada?
Noodle didn't even watch the game. Noodle did not watch the game. Just for your information.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah. No.
Not happy about that.
No,
Noodle.
not
You
happening.
need to up your game on that one. The
Yeah, up
Avalanche
your
are
game.
the only ones who matter. Okay, Boston Bruins are out.
Boston-
They're not even showing up.
You should have traded us Jake DeBrusk when you had the chance. That's all. I would have taken Jake DeBrusk over Sturm. We would have give you Tyson Jost and 4 pylons for Jake DeBrusk and a broken stick signed by Jay.
Yeah.
First period. Let me just at least since the first period, none of you assholes watched it. Let me just run through it. Very first period, the first few minutes, Edmonton was controlling possession, and here's where it went weird. Connor McDavid took a slap shot and destroyed Pavel Francois's face with the puck. He never returned. At least I don't think he returned. It was a dirty play. He'll probably get suspended about 12 to 94 games. And Pavel Francois never showed up. Cut his eye, cut his face in half.
See, I
Connor
didn't even know
McDavid
that.
Connor McDavid is a dirty player. Okay, I mean, all you dirty Alberta people know this.
Yeah,
I'm not
especially
making many friends in
Reed.
Alberta. This first, especially
Big-
Reed, who's
big
a
Reed.
dirty Calgary person.
Suck a big Alberta.
You can suck in Alberta, that's for sure. He's got nice puck handling. He's got nice passing. Reed does, but he's like
And when
Connor
it comes
McDavid,
to
he's dirty.
finishing, you know you're not gonna make it.
He never finishes. That's his problem.
You're not gonna Get what you
it
wanted
just
out of
doesn't
that
finish,
one.
it just doesn't finish. No. So Connor McDavid does the filthy. Being a little sarcastic here, it tipped puck on accident, hits Francois, but Connor McDavid's a dirty player. We all know that. So that happens. Not much after that. Cogliano, nice pass to Helm. Gets a half breakaway. Darren Helm. What do you expect Darren Helm on a breakaway? Half breakaway, doesn't score.
Not much recently.
And then here's another one. Darren Helm returns the favor. He goes to O'Connor. O'Connor, another half breakaway. He does the O'Connor finish, which is a save. So we have a couple of early moments, a couple saves, and then we get a goal. Our first goal. Big sexy Val. Warren, you'll like this one.
Oh, Val. Val's the man. He's my man. I wish
He's got the gold chain hanging out. He's got the chain hanging out. So Edmonton.
I hope Val gets this podcast.
Yeah, he'll be for sure. He'll be the one.
Know.
He'll be the only one watching this. Yeah,
my favorite player
versus Alberta confirmed. That's true. It's just too bad nobody in Alberta's watching right now, or probably ever. So Edmonton, if you watch the first goal, the highlights, Edmonton's defense, I wrote it here, they literally get raptured up to heaven. Well, I say to heaven, they probably get raptured down to hell, if we're going to be real. So they get raptured downward. They're the only ones that gets raptured downward. And Makar gets Byram. Byram hits Nichushkin. Nichushkin, beautiful 1T. And that's it. One-timer. 1-0 Avs. We're up. Things are looking good. Seems like we're in the game. It's a good way to start. And then beautiful McDermott gets a holding penalty on Draisaitl. Draisaitl was being a big puss. Let's be real here.
He's a big puss
there. Yeah, he's a big pussy. So he's a big pussy, and he gets in trouble. McDermott gets in trouble because he's too strong. Nothing happens out of the penalty. Get another penalty after that. Darnell Nurse trips Andre Burakovsky. I got here, McKinnon's got a nice one-timer on the power play. I'm glad none of you guys see any of this. None of this shit matters. Really.
First period is kind of a blur.
Yeah, so this is all. I'm just blown by this. McKinnon has a nice one-timer. And then there's a moment where Evander Kane and Kadri talking a little shit. Evander Kane's feeling good. He's healthy. Kadri's just coming back from an upper body injury. We don't know exactly where it's at, but it's like you're not going to get in a fight with a tough guy like Evander Kane. When you're coming back at it, you just talk some shit. It's fine. Yeah, it's old news. He's good at gambling and hockey. We know that.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
We never know what's going to happen. Great gambler.
You shove a hat trick in your throat, or
we'll get to the hat trick. My fantasy loves his hat trick, but my heart hates it. McDermott comes in on that. By the way, it's like, what's the fuck up? And then Kane gives him a little cross check. McDermott loses a stick. Nothing too much to it. Kane skates off. Blah 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 blah. And then I'll flip my old school page over to the next. Another penalty. Stern, who I've been very critical of, and I'm just going to stay critical of, because you got to do more than win a face-off once in a while. And that's just me because I'm a fan. I like Tyson Jost, but it's sentimental. Maybe he's a 10th overall pick. His grandfather cried when we drafted him. It's sentimental. We traded him for Stern, who's won a few face-offs here and there, some good penalty killing, not much else, but he has a good steal. It catches the Oilers during a change. It makes them have a too many man during the progress, and gets us on the power play. Kadri, as I say, he shoots the puck. It freezes. Oh, this is when he shoots the puck. The puck literally sits on the goal line. Nichushkin's battling between a couple of guys trying to poke it in. Mike Smith grabs the goal line there, holds the puck out. We can't see camera angle. Can't see it went in, so we hold it there. And it stays 1-0 to the Avalanche. But that one, if they could just poke that one and get it 2-0 at the beginning of the first, that one was probably a key moment. You fuckers wouldn't know about it, but that was a big moment in the first period. And then Edmonton gets another penalty. Kadri stick handles, draws a hook on Nugent Hopkins. Looks a little suspect, but we'll take it. And then Kadri does a little fist bump I like it. He's like does a little fist bump right after the penalty. Doesn't do us any good. But I do like the fist bump. And that's pretty much the first period. So now the game starts to get more relevant to you two. So I just blew past that. That was practically the first period. Anything I said, does that mean anything to any of you two? Or are you just guys like just highlighters? You just kind of just Google highlights. Oh boy. Oh, we already lost one.
We lost
Oh
some.
boy. Oh boy. It doesn't take long to
Yeah.
lose people. Yeah. So
Well, out of all that you said about the first period, I think the Avalanche did not too bad scoring 1 goal, especially that it's a road game as well. But I think maybe, like you said, if they could have scored a second goal, that could have been a game changer for sure.
You know what? I left because I wasn't happy with your attitude.
oh, okay. Okay.
That's why.
Thanks for giving me the 10-second moment to think about that. And I'll change my
Yeah,
tone.
I didn't like your tone on that one.
I'll change it.
That literally made me just exit the fucking building right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on
Okay.
that, so that was the first period, right?
That's the order.
Yeah, I completely missed the first period. So
Yes, we know that. Yeah, you missed it. So none
so
of that
so
matters.
yes, second period I might give some insight.
Okay, thank God.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I will say they
So-
were playing very soft. That's about what I can say right now.
Look at this. How far do you think the Avalanche will go in the playoffs? And who hosts the cup this year?
Oh boy. I
Oh,
don't know.
well, what do you think we're going to say to that?
Edmonton actually looked like they wanted to play today. They looked like a playoff team. They literally looked like
Well,
the best team.
They
I
got
was
stuff to play for.
I would-
mean, you know.
like I love the Avs, and the Avs could have proven themselves a little bit more today than what I saw.
Well, they should have, losing again and making it a 3-game losing streak sucks. But you're going to Edmonton. It's a tough game. In a somewhat tough building, even though they are from Alberta. They're a little bit weak, but,
Yeah, but
why am I attacking Alberta? I have no reason to. I love Biggest Reed. He's out of Calgary.
If
So
I could
dirty
go,
Edmonton
I
people.
could win the cup. I would say maybe the Minnesota Wild, but
How dare you shut your hole?
What the
What are you
fuck?
talking about? What are you talking about? No,
Wild.
no,
Wild
not at all.
can-
Okay.
We won't talk about the Wild.
but I think the Avalanche
as-
do have good chances of making it far. But it all starts with game 1, and we'll see how it goes.
I think
Dude.
it's their mentality. They've been knocked out in the first and second rounds so many times recently that I think this year they need to have a strong mentality about it. Like, don't
Well, they
let
have
that.
to.
Yeah, don't let that affect them.
Look,
in this
they're right
playoff
now.
series.
Right now, they're kind of starting to go through the motions. They're not really taking the President's Trophy. Doesn't seem like too seriously. The resting Mika Rantan's sick.
Yeah,
Gabe
we
Landeskog,
did.
they're bringing
And
back.
Kadri just got back from being injured, so they're still
Yeah.
trying to get back into the game. Yeah, what the fuck, Jay?
Yeah, what the fuck,
The
Jay,
fuck?
dude? Like, what the hell, dude? I mean, what the fuck was that in Minnesota Wild? Get the fuck out of here, Jay. You should leave the stream for 15
Minnesota
seconds. just to-
Wild. Who the
behave
fuck
yourself.
are they? The question.
I
Is,
mean-
who the fuck are they? They're not.
I mean, look,
contenders. Leave them alone. Leave them out.
this is an Avs channel. Of course.
Yeah, that's
big
why
guy.
you delete
All right,
Jay.
get the fuck
That's
outta
why
here.
you delete
All right,
it instant.
Yeah,
After a
yeah.
Wilds fan comment, you just fucking get that motherfucker out of here.
Fucking go. So, how far do I think? I think they can win the cup. They're gonna host the cup. That's what I think. But I think that every year because I'm a dumb shit. So, but this year they have, it matters. I
They're
think
more
they can
mature.
do it.
They have more experience. The leaders in
But-
there have more experience.
A couple other teams I think has possibly could do it. It's Florida. I think
Yeah.
Florida could do it.
They're definitely a rival.
You can never rule out Tampa Bay. They are the defending.
Yeah, they can
Champ, I mean,
come
twice
cunt you
over, I
right in the
mean-
ass right after. So.
Look, Eastern Conference has got some really good teams. The Carolina Hurricanes, a teeter. You never know, but out of the West, to me, it's the Avalanche. Calgary's got a good team.
What do you
Bastards
think
in
about
Alberta.
the Blue?
but I don't know. They have it all. Sorry, Reed. What'd you say, Jay? You're dark. Like, what did you say? I can't
Yeah, I said, what do
see
you
you through
think
the
of
darkness.
the Blues?
No, fuck the Blues. No.
Okay, I'm
They were
sorry,
on a
but
9
I
game
was seeing comments today saying the Blues are good. I'm sorry, no, they're not. They're really not.
I mean, they're solid. I
They've
mean,
been winning a few more recently, but ultimately, I don't see them standing.
it's a
any
solid team. I don't
chance
think they
in the
have enough
playoffs.
high end. They don't have enough. I don't think high end ability to go through all the rounds it takes. They got Minnesota first round. I think that's guaranteed now.
I'd say
Mm,
Jay's comment.
I hope they beat the shit
Minnesota
out of
is
each
definitely
other.
better than.
Well, yeah, I hope they beat the shit out of each other. It takes 7 games, and then they all just decide just to quit, and that'd be it. So yeah, that's the answer to those questions. And will Vegas gain another playoff spot, or do they miss? I hope they miss the
I
playoffs. They
hope
deserve
they
it.
miss the playoffs.
That damn tourist NHL team full of scumbags.
But Dallas is trying to give them a chance.
Dallas, look, we're from Texas, you and me. Dallas, they're just pulling a line like, please try to get in the playoffs with us. Like, let's make it a race. Dallas needs to get their shit together. I don't see Vegas deserves to miss it. What fuck Vegas, man? Just get out of here with your tourist and your shitty anthems and your shitty pregame shows. Actually, they're supposed to be pretty cool, but we'll call them shitty for the show. I hope they miss it, Noodle. I hope they do. They're a shitty franchise who deserve to burn. That's probably harsh, but no one gives a shit because they're tourists. They're in and out, just like the burger. They're in and out burger, baby.
In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, and we got another one here.
So which
Which ass
Avs
player do you
player?
think has shown the most growth this year?
Yeah.
Let me tell you who's shown a lot of growth is Val Big Dick Nichushkin. He's shown a lot of growth.
I'm waiting for the picture. That's all.
He's shown a ton of growth. I'll say
I-
definitely
I-
Val Nichushkin.
I just want
What
to see
about
it.
He's kicking
McDermott?
some ass. What's that?
What about McDermott?
I was gonna say McDermott too. I think he's
Well, I mean,
stepped up
from
more
the
physical.
start of the year, he's grown a lot because he's got the system going.
I think he's definitely going to have to step up more in the playoffs and show the other teams that they can't fuck with him. They can't fuck with the Avs.
I like Val. They'll send him in. He shouldn't start in the playoffs once we have EJ coming back and Devontae's. But McDermott's a guy you can bring in. Someone gets dinged up, or you're playing a physical series and you got a guy and someone's pushing you around, and you bring McDermott in. He's a guy to settle shit down. One fight's all it will take. One big hit. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we didn't have against Vegas last year.
He definitely needs to be in there to make physical contact with people.
Yeah.
To bring them,
to touch them physically
bring them down a notch.
inappropriately.
Yeah.
I have a question
Hopefully.
for you guys. What do you think of Kadri? Do you think he's gonna stay consistent in the playoffs and next season?
I think so. He's just been back
Jesus.
for a few games or a couple games. So he's just still
Kadri-
warming up.
Yeah, Kadri hasn't
seeing
been
how
himself.
he can take the hits and stuff. Like once he knows like how good his body is back after that injury, then he will definitely start stepping up more.
Yeah, I think he's testing the waters right now. He's having a career year. He
He-
is having a career.
He's
And,
skating pretty hard out there still, and he's like he's trying to test how his body is against everyone else. So it's only a matter of time for him to pick it up and start being who he was in the beginning of the season. So
Yeah, he'll get there. After that, yeah, I see Val Nichushkin though for sure. There's a lot of guys having career years. Let's go to the second period, Jay. So we start the period. We have a 59-second 5-on-3 power play. It's pretty shitty. We don't do much. Kadri has a shitty pass. Speaking of Kadri, a couple sloppy passes. Blah 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 happens. The next goal happens. This is Evander Kane's first goal. This is his wraparound goal. So Darcy Kemper gets glued to his post on his right side.
Yeah, that was
And
unfortunate.
Kane wraps it around. He shoots it inner post and in. It was pretty easy. It wasn't that, that happened in the playoff, I'd be pretty angry at Darcy Kemper. It's a bit
Yeah, he
slow
kind
to
of
get
should have seen
across.
that coming. Either get out there and poke check that, or come back and know that he's coming around, because he kind of just slipped and fell and didn't realize like where he was in his
Yeah.
crease. So
He dicked around.
yeah,
Okay.
he didn't play that very well.
So that was Kane's first goal, and then right after that, that's that Bouchard shot where he rips it, goes top, deflects over the goalie, hits the top of the net, bounces off the top of the net, and Bouchard just again then taps it in, gets his own rebound, you could say, taps his in midair, and it's
Yeah.
just a pretty ugly looking goal. Lucky, but those things happen.
It was definitely lucky, and no one expects that. Like, it just bounces off the glass and comes straight back over the net, basically.
Yeah. Jay, good to see what you're doing here. It's very professional.
Unfortunate goal that dropped their momentum, basically.
Yeah. Jay's recording from his toilet now. He's taking an upper decker, and he's just going to make sure we all see it.
He might squat on it.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Huh? I don't even think he hears us. He doesn't even know what's going on.
I don't even think he knows what's happening. We'll leave him out of the loop.
The Canadian world is...
Oh, now he's gone. Yeah, that was different.
Yeah,
it's a different world.
Yeah, we'll take him off for a second.
It's a different world in Canada. So that was the second goal. That makes it 2-1. Right after that, literally right after that, that's the McKinnon bull rushes it through the neutral zone, bulldogs it through the neutral zone, hands it off to the sexy Val Nichushkin. And then that's when he cuts in, rips it blocker side on Smith, dirty Mike, old man Smith. And we're like, this is a hockey game. It's 2-2.
McKinnon played it well. He took out the defenseman that was in front of him and made him go out wide and allowed Nichushkin to come in and have an opening for a shot. So McKinnon played that great.
Yeah.
Tied up his stick and led him out far away from Nichushkin, and he was able to have a perfect shot. So
yeah. So that made it 2-2. That's when we're like, this is a hockey game. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a fun game to watch.
We're still in it. We're still in it.
And right after that is when I wrote, that's when Bo Byram, Connor McDavid comes down the right boards in our zone, and Bo Byram goes, just kind of bitch slaps McDavid a little bit.
He said, bitch, I'm here.
Hey, remember me. I'm Bo and Byram. I'm gonna bitch slap you. And we're like, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a really fun time. And then it's not so fun much after the bitch slap. The bitch slap was the last moment where you're like, yes, this is gonna be a good game. The bitch slap happened. That's when the penalty happens. Manson goes to the box for roughing. That's when he tries to grab the puck. He ends up grabbing face. So he grabs face. He gets a roughing, and then we kill the penalty, but right after we kill it, it's an even strength goal. It's Duncan Keith. Passes when we're running all over. We're running around everywhere. Duncan Keith to Kane, backdoor. Tap in, wide open play. Byram kind of gets caught looking at a guy. There's already a man going after the guy Byram's going after. Kind of gets a little loose, leaves Kane backdoor. Tap in. That's Kane's second goal. And Jay, since you're Canadian, did you see that goal? At least the backdoor play? You did. What do you think about that? Were we all over the place, like I said?
So on that, I think you're right about the defenseman not looking at the right place.
Why did you wait? Timeout. Why do you sound way shittier right now? What have you done that's different?
It's his Wi-Fi.
Go back to your bathroom.
But because I put my headset on, but I'll take it off because when I use my phone as my headset, it cuts off the volume for some reason.
Yeah, well,
whatever you're doing now is shit. Don't do it. Go back.
We're gonna have to get you updated equipment, Jay.
Oh, look at that comment. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's from the 1960s, buddy. 1960s.
It's rough. All right, say something now, Jay. You good? Okay, he's
No,
gone.
Jay
All right.
said, "Go fuck yourself."
So fuck that. Anyway, he remembers that play.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
move on from that.
That play happened. After that, it's a penalty. Kulak, that's the high stick on Lekanen. Kind of a bitch high stick. It's a bitch move from a dirty man named Kulak. You know, we have a pretty good power play. We have a pretty good power play. We're moving the puck around. We're going tit for tat. We don't score on it. And then not long after that, this is Jay. Hopefully, you will come in here okay. Evander Kane completes his hat trick. This is when he dances through Josh Manson like he's not even there. Scores for his hat trick. Again, I will have to mention it does suck for the Avalanche for my fantasy. I'm in the Stanley Cup final. My fantasy against Acer. I have Evander Kane, and that's a hat trick. It's pretty good for me on the fantasy side. Did you see the move where he danced through, kind of roofed it, went a little backhand move, backhand forehand type of thing?
As an Avalanche fan, it sucked.
Yeah, it sucked. No, it was terrible. When he scored that, it's almost kind of when I was like, yeah, I feel like that's a thing. I feel like we're probably going to lose this game now. That's when we stopped. We didn't look interested. We stopped being invested in the game. We were like, you know what? Just no one get hurt. We didn't want to finish checks. Started getting a little lazy on a few plays. We started looking out of it at that point. Even the commentators, who I love, Peter McNabb, we're just kind of starting to go through the motions, and no one wants to get fucked up. There's like 5 games left before the playoffs. Do we want the President's Trophy? Well, if we really, really did, probably finish some checks and put the effort in. But
yeah, there was a lot of lazy skating out there, definitely.
Yeah, some lazy skating. So he scores that. The Oilers start to dominate. They're winning all the puck battles, and that's the end of the second period. And then we get to the third period. Now, the third period starts out with a penalty. Nugent Hopkins, he's holding JT Compher. He's trying to go down. And on that power play, that's the power play that Lekanen gets in the crease, and Mike Smith decides to sexually harass Lekanen.
Trying to pin him.
He's touching tip. He touched loosely a left nut. Taint. I'd like to say he was a little taint involved in that. Can you say taint skating? Is there a phrase in hockey yet? Taint skating? Because there was some taint skating going on. A little bit of taint skating happened, and he finally got loose. Either way, the power play was pretty shite, bar the harassment, which was the best activity of the power play. I don't know if anyone saw that. I know you saw that, Warren.
I saw it.
I couldn't deny that I saw that. I kind of liked it, actually, but it was...
I think we all liked it. I think we were all okay with it in a weird way.
My way wasn't weird, but yeah.
No, your way was natural.
It was natural. It's all natural. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I guess that's how you do it. Draisaitl comes in. Kemper makes a great save. He's got a little mini breakaway. Looks good. Kemper still looks good. It's not his best game, and we're gonna get to that. I have it down here. Avs are just not physical this game. They're not finishing checks. They're not doing shite.
They weren't even skating for the puck. They were scared. It felt like they were kind of scared.
They were flat-foot?
Yeah. What's that?
They were flat-foot?
Yes, they were flat-foot for sure.
They were in no man's land. Yeah.
So just weren't looking good. And then there was a penalty, and the broadcast didn't describe it very well. It was we went to a 4-on-4. I saw Albay Kubel in the box, which it's not shocking, but
no,
he was in the box, and I don't know who the hell was in the box for Edmonton at that point. Who gave a shit, because it was already starting to look the writing was on the wall for the game. I got here. We lose a face-off in our end. Edmonton moves the puck around pretty decent. Guy goes in for a pass. It deflects off to someone. It deflects to Yamamoto. In a weak-ass backhand goal. I mean, a weak. That's like
Oh
Sunday
yeah,
morning
that was
inline street
that
hockey
was
league
very bad,
backhand.
very bad goal.
Goes through weak as shit. Like that happens in the playoffs. You're elbowing people in the playoffs. I'm sorry, you're not happening.
Noodle also has a question. He's wondering award predictions.
Well, where the fuck is that question? I don't see that question anywhere.
Yeah, he just typed it.
I don't see that.
He's asking award predictions, and there goes Jay again, our famous
Yeah, I don't
Canadian.
know. Last one I see is Jay's phone is so ancient. That's the last thing I see on here.
All right. Well, Noodle is wondering who's getting awards this season.
Well, I mean, we're almost done here with this shitty third period.
Yeah, we'll get to that later,
period,
Noodle.
Wrap the third period.
Once we wrap this up, we'll get to your.
It's just shitty. We lose the face off. That happens. Shitty backhand. We're just going through the motions. I say we're rolling all four lines at this point. We're not trying to take it too seriously. Going for no injuries. Penalty. Zach Cassian is in the box for shit talking the ref because something happened. He was pissed off. Blah blah blah. We do score a goal. McKinnon takes a shot. He takes a look. That's when he shoots it off. He shoots it off a leg. He's got a little bit of time there on this point. Shoots it off. Goes in. Kind of a consolation. Not a big deal. Just stat padding. And then, some handbags at the front of the net after. That's when Lehkonen and Kane go in for like dual roughing penalties. And then Dirty Cody Ceci from Dirty Ottawa scores a empty net goal. Who gives a shit at that point? It's done.
It was a nice shot.
I mean, and that's the game. I mean, it's a real good shot. It's just one of those games. Not a great game to start your Avs Fan TV post game show too, but
nope, but shit happens.
Jay, only watching probably 10 minutes of that game. What's your overall view of a 60-minute hockey game? That's what I thought. There's no overall view. There's no overall view to a 60 minutes.
On this game, you don't want to review this game. And Jay's still wondering if he's on cam or not.
Yeah. Jay,
he is.
Are you frozen in time?
He is the Canadian that doesn't know what's going on, which is pretty much all Canadians, especially from Alberta. But
he's frozen.
yeah. Jay is definitely out of this world right now.
Okay. What is
He's
hoping
this podcast ends and he doesn't.
It will end.
It should end.
It should end soon. What is your prediction? Or not prediction. What's your just take overall? I mean, I think we all kind of know overall. The game you saw, Lauren.
Me? Oh, you're talking to me now.
I'm talking to you now. I'm not talking to the guy who's still looking at his phone.
I thought Jay was still involved. No, he's gone.
No, he's not. He's out.
I thought the Avs could have played way more physical. This is beginning to become playoffs here. So every team that you play right now, your mentality should be, we're in the playoffs right now. You should be playing your hardest. You're literally a few games away from just like being right there. So I think that they played real soft. They were not skating hard. They were not skating physically. And the Oilers are a good team, ultimately. They really are. They weren't that good the beginning of this year, but towards the end of this year, they have started stepping it up. So I think the Avs need to step it up as well. And they need to push harder than what they did today. I know there's injuries and people out, but you know what? You got to play that game.
Yeah.
This is fucking hockey here. You don't fucking slack.
I would agree.
Like a Canadian.
You don't slack like a Canadian. That's
From
right.
Alberta or Montreal.
Yeah, or Montreal. I agree to that, especially the Seattle game. That was a bit like, okay, we just completely bitched out of that game.
Yeah, that
And-
game should not
Yeah,
have been lost.
and
at
then
all.
we, this game is 3-0 bounce. It's okay to lose in Edmonton against a decently healthy Edmonton team.
Yeah, and we
Oh,
did
yeah.
beat them twice before. So
Yeah, I mean tight games but what I don't want is you got several games left. You don't want to go in losing streak, and you don't want to go in taking your foot off the gas and then be like, oh, we can easily flip the switch playoffs, because teams do that. We've seen it in history. Teams do that. They flip the switch off. They've already got so much in the bank, first overall, blah blah blah, and then they try to flip the switch right in the playoffs, and they lose game one. And then they got to get going in game two, and it's an overtime game, and it's here or there. So yeah, like you said, got to re-engage, finish off the season strong. You want to go on a streak. You don't want to go on in the longest losing streak, because I don't even know. I mean, I would say you could look it up. It's a lot. How many 3-game losing streaks have we gone on in the season?
not many, to be honest.
I mean, I can't recall many, if at all. So you don't want to make that a habit, especially 4, because we go into Winnipeg next. They're out of it. They don't really have
Yeah,
anything to play for, but at the same
they
time,
definitely need to beat them to keep their mentality.
they need to beat them because they have nothing to play for. Go ahead, go up in there, win a game, win a hockey game, play up. 200-foot hockey game. Check hard. Let them know you're there, because you score an early goal or two. You're finishing your checks. They're type, they got nothing to play for. They're type of team like, okay, we're good. We don't want much more of this. So just get a win this next game. You come back home, get a couple games here, a couple tough games. I think it's against the Blues.
Yep.
And then against Nashville, which is the game we're going to, the final home game of the regular season. Be interesting to see the lineup. Yeah, interesting to see who plays, because you're gonna start you're gonna want to start seeing. You might rest McKinnon and McCarr. I mean, you're gonna start. Also looking around. You don't want to mess anything up there. So it'll be interesting to see. Jay, do we have you back?
Yeah.
Okay, we have you
Yeah.
back. Thank
Is
God.
it
Well,
my-
let's give you.
My volume.
Okay. Well, let's give us your assessment on the Avs game, and then we'll bow out. We'll call it a stream. We'll get the fuck out of here. And I can answer Noodle's award predictions. How about you know what? Answer Noodle's award predictions. How about you do that? Tell us your award predictions.
Well, the Rocket Richard, it would be right now the front runner is Matthews, and then it's Draisaitl. And then third, I think it's who's third? I forgot who was third.
Well,
I think
what's your
that's the
prediction
second
though?
one.
Who's winning the shit?
I'll say Rocket Richard will be Matthews.
Uh-huh.
And then Selkie. I'll say Patrice Bergeron just for
I knew
Noodle.
you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say Patrice Bergeron. I mean, who won? Did
It's hard to
Barkov get
tell
it before?
who won it, though. Yeah, Barkov won it last season.
Yeah. Interesting. I haven't checked his stats up, but that'd be an interesting shout.
Yeah, so this is why we
Oh.
don't like people from Montreal, because their predictions are.
But Barkov
what
is
I'm
plus
looking
minus.
for.
He's probably like really good, but he plays
Yeah.
on a really offensive team, so I don't think you should consider him for the Silky this season.
Yeah. It just depends, I guess. Award predictions, Noodle. That's a shit question, bro.
Yeah, Noodle.
Come on,
We're
Noodle.
directing this back to you.
And then the
Fuck
Calder
off.
Trophy, I'll give it to Trevor Zegras.
You giving the call to the Zegras?
Yeah.
It's probably a decent call. Pretty decent call. I know a lot of people like Cider in Detroit. Good call though, Zegras. He's done a lot of really cool stuff. All right, Jay, we're gonna win in Winnipeg in a couple days.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
the Avalanche are gonna win 4-2.
4-2, or we're gonna win in Winnipeg.
Yeah, I think my prediction will be 5-1.
5-1. Okay,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna win in Winnipeg as well. I think it's gonna be 3-1. They're going to be up 2-1. They're gonna pull their goalie. We're gonna score an empty net. It's gonna make it 3-1 Avalanche. We need it.
No,
We
Who do
need to
you
get on the roll.
Noodle, you can ask any question you want. What's your next question?
No, we can't ask any question.
Okay,
We're done.
Noodle,
fucking done.
we're done with people from Boston.
Yeah, we're done. All right, boys. We call it a stream. Jake, Jesus Christ. Okay, he's
There he
disallowed.
goes again.
Back in. We're just gonna let him die out. All right.
Yeah.
You know, first stream, cool shit. We'll get to it. Fun times.
Yeah.
And
We're looking forward to the next game.
yep, looking forward to Winnipeg. We'll do a post game after Winnipeg. Start this shit right up, and we'll go from there. Until then, let's go Avs.